Glad to see you made it. I guess you still want to go hunting with Dave, huh? Well, I just wanted you to know that when you come for your hunt trip, you could buy one of these here walking sticks for $80 a pop at any one of the local walking stick stores here in Colorado. Or you could be like me, man, and be like walking down the trail and go, whoa! Right there's the staff of Moses. And grab one of those and they're free. And I'll tell you what, they're all over the Rocky Mountains. So don't waste your money on one of these $80 walking sticks, and you could get one just like Moses. Free. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about elk hunting in Colorado. And one of the most important things about elk hunting in Colorado is always be ready and expecting to get one. No matter where you go and what you're doing, always expect to have one standing there, and you're gonna get one. Never think you're not going to get one. Because, that's the thing with elk, that they're like ghosts, and they'll pop out anytime and any place. I remember, man, back in the day, we would sit back and we'd be there, and one of the misperceptions you think of elk is they're always going to come walking out in this sweet, beautiful meadow. So you're always going to want to go and hunt right on that meadow, and in reality, that's the worst place you want to go. They're actually back in the woods hiding where the mud puddles and the waters and things of that nature. And there's plenty of food back in them hiding spots. But I remember sitting back and we would be so quiet, everything. You take your time. Remember when you come to Colorado, not just to enjoy the elk, but enjoy the entire scenery. You can see marmots. I've been out and we have all kinds of marmots out there, and really cool, man. They bark at each other, and not a prairie dog, but an actual marmot, and they're quite a bit bigger than a prairie dog. We've seen some yellow weasels, and it's always cool if you act like a little mouse and you could call that little weasel right up to you. You come looking for the mouse, and you can play around with those things, We got all kinds of different things, and a lot of it is being as quiet as you can. So even with your clothing and that, you want to wear clothing that's not going to rub and make all kinds of noise and friction noises, because anything that disturbs the natural wilderness is something new, and when it's something new, they're running off and afraid of it. So be very, very quiet. I remember one time we were sitting there, and me and my cousin are there, and he's like so quiet. We were being so quiet. This bird comes right out of the sky, and lands right on the tip of his rifle. And true story. And we were like, psst, psst, hey. We are so quiet. It's like even the birds don't know we're people, right? So we've seen all these kind of animals and different things, birds landing on the gun, and never saw an elk. Then later that night we're head back, and best friend when you're hunting is either brandy or peppermint schnapps. I love a little bit of peppermint schnapps and we'll go elk hunting. So you sit there, it's late afternoon, and first bottle of schnapps is gone, and here we are in the second bottle, and everybody's talking pretty loud, and hey, there ain't no elk out here, and walking along, and we're going to go out to this hunting spot, and go out to this field where we never see them, and they're never at it. Boy, laughing and giggling, and all of a sudden, Buddy falls down and trips on the ground, and we're laughing, you fool, All of a sudden, look up, and there's 30 elk standing right there in that field right there, looking right at us. Man, everybody whipped out their guns and boom, 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 go through a whole clip, and they're still standing there staring at us. Oh, man, I got another clip here. 4 more, boom. And, weed and whiskey without elk hunting is just camping. And unless you're willing to have a good time, you just ain't going to see the elk. And getting one isn't a part of the good time. Because when you get them, man, then there's problems start. You got to get the workout and all those things. So always expect to see one. Always expect to get one. And don't worry about things like smoking cigarettes. One thing you don't want to do is walk through the woods while you're smoking. But if you just stop and chill out, smoke a little cigarette. And they always have that spray stuff. You could spray your stuff down with the stuff, and it makes you smell like mud. That stuff really does work. I've had better success seeing elk when I sprayed my stuff down with mud. But don't worry about that, because at the time we're going to be going in the late third season, we got a lot of cows and we got the bulls, and the bulls are hanging out with the cows, right? And so never think that the bull is the leader of the group. Actually, it's the cows which are the leaders of the group, and the bull just follows those cows around. So there's no greater way to find a nice bull elk than to piss all over yourself with elk pee. And we got some of the finest high grade elk piss here, and we'll cover you and all that. There's nothing funnier than coming back into camp and smelling your buddy 10 feet away going, whoa! You out there making love, buddy, And so we got plenty of that stuff available, and it all works, That's the thing is, some people take that elk pee and spray it in the air, and others just use it as cologne. And either way, it's just the closer they come into to you or seeking you out, and the better your chances are. So you always want to have a little bit of whiskey, and you want to have a little bit of peppermint schnapps. Because there's nothing worse than being sprayed down by your buddy in elk pee. There's nothing worse. But when you have a bottle of schnapps, you're like, nah, screw it. So remember those things. And so, I want to also remind you about getting lost. We found a lot of people while we're up hunting that have always been lost. And if you get lost in the woods, don't be ashamed. Most people who get lost in the woods, they end up dying like overnight. I don't know, maybe they died before they got lost. And then everybody thought they were lost, but really they were just dead. But it's because of guilt and shame. They're so ashamed, so guilty of being so ignorant that they got themselves stupid ass lost. They give up. They just give up and end up dying. So never give up, and that's the thing, always talk to people when they're walking up and down the road. So I remember one time we were young, and this guy was like 14 years old, this kid. He's got a BB gun with birdshot in it. Right? You don't even have, or not a BB gun, he had a 22 with birdshot. Excuse me. Close to a BB gun. And he's tracking coyote tracks in the middle of a snowstorm. So a snowstorm can come in at any time. And these are blizzard snowstorms where you can't see 100 feet in front of you. And so we're walking along, or he's walking up the road, and we drive by him, and see him and give him the wave, and we head off out hunting and a little bit, and we come back, and the guy's still walking same direction. Hey, man, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, not too bad. I was tracking this coyote, and I never could find him. I'm heading back to camp. Oh, wonderful. Where's the camp? Oh, we're at this camp. We got like 13 horses and 15 buddies and all these things. A huge camp. Oh, yeah, we passed that camp, 2 miles down the mountain. And he's saying, I'm heading to camp. Walking up the mountain. Brother, you're heading the wrong way. Oh, no, I know where I'm going. No, I don't know. Let us give you a ride. So we put him in the car and giving him a ride, and yeah, I'm just right up the road there. We head up the road, and there's no camp. Buddy, I'm telling you, I think I know where your camp is. So, all right, and we turn around, head back down a couple miles, and bam, there's his camp. Thank God for you guys. I would have probably died, froze to death, out there in the woods. And so we dropped him off, and good deal. Another time when we were hunting in one of the places where we found a wonderful hunting place and a place to go hunting, and we were out screwing around, and here's this old man and this old lady, and they're old as dirt, man. It was like original pioneers, right? And their Jeep had broke down, and luckily one of our buddies was kind of a mechanic guy, and He knew their truck and that, and all he did was take it, and disconnected their gas line, and blew through the gas line because a little bit of air got stuck in the gas line. Put it back together, car starts up, wonderful, right? And those people too. Oh, we've been here for like 6 hours waiting for someone to help us. And if we wouldn't have stopped and said hello, they probably wouldn't have got no help. And our reward for helping them was they unleashed into us some of the world's finest hunting spots that were top secret, man. And even the old man said, in this guy's frontier, yeah, I was over here a couple weeks ago, and that's what they were out cruising around. He saw a trophy buck deer that was as big as an elk. You know, it's huge buck deer. And we got giant bucks, man. I'll tell you what, my Uncle Jack, man, God rest his soul, he's no longer here, but, you know, that's one of the reasons we have such a strong elk herd in Colorado, man. This guy, he was top of the line. I remember one time they went out and they had 9 elk tags, and Uncle Jack comes back with 13 elk, right? And poor Jack, he passes on. But now the elk herd are back to full strength and running around because great white hunters like him are no longer there. But anyway, I want you guys to know that helping people out as being a hunter in Colorado is being a good neighbor, and that's always a good thing. I remember another time when we were out hunting, and we were there, and this was just a year or two ago, and these 2 old men were way back in, and they were like 3 miles lost from their camp. And these 2 guys, man, they swore that they knew where they were going. They're like 70 years old, and God bless them that they were able to be out there, you know, 70 years old, 3 miles lost from their camp. But we find these 2 guys in the middle of the night, and it's like 10 o'clock, you know, and try to tell them, yeah, hop in the truck, we'll take you up to camp, you know, and they were lost for hours. And they were so old and so tired that they took them like 5 minutes to crawl into the truck, you know, their bodies and legs were completely exhausted, so it was a great blessing for them, for us to be there. And then we end up taking them back to camp and dropping them off. And yeah, right there's your camp there, buddy. You know, and he gets out of the car and starts heading down the road back into the black wilderness. And whoa, bud, no, right there's your camp, you know. No, I don't know about that. I think our camp is over here. All right, bud, we know the mountains real well. And if you continue walking down that road, you're not going to find nothing, but good luck with that, you know. You just got saved and that, and now you're... And a lot of it was, see, guilt and shame. I can't admit I was lost. I can't admit I was so dumb to not even know where my camp is, and certainly don't want a stranger telling me where to go. But in that, you know, always be available and ready to help someone. You never know. You know, I remember when my Uncle Jack got his buck deer. He's got one. It was so huge, man. It was world record, like, big, man. This thing had baseball bats for the size of its base of its horns. And, you know, that's the thing. We in our family, we are Colorado bred, Colorado grown. My grandpa owned and operated Castor Sporting Goods. And in its day, it's no longer here, but in its day, it was one of the most popular sporting good places to go. You know, Grandpa there would shoot cans off the top of Uncle Jack's head. And that was cool stuff. You want to talk about being a marksman? This guy never did kill his son. In fact, Uncle Grant, man, one time, he took a gun and a mirror, and he had a mirror and a gun and a knife. And he split a bullet with the knife, shooting with the mirror on the gun in the back of his thing. And if you can believe that one, then you would believe this. One time I was out there hunting, and that thing always absorbs everything you're looking. And you might find a spur like that. This is an old cowboy spur, and man, I swear to God, it's so old. I'm sure it's Butch Cassidy's. It's gotta be. I found it in Telluride, man, and that was one of the first banks they ever robbed. And if Butch Cassidy ever lost a spur, If somebody was gonna find it, it would be Dave. And that's why you want to come hunting Dave.